Now, here we go.
Here,
All right.
this is the first episode, gentlemen.
First episode.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
First episode of Maritime Hockey Podcast here.
Yes, sir.
Is that what it's called? Maritime Hockey Podcast. I like that, actually.
Podcast.
Yeah.
That's solid. That's a good name. Credit to Jesse.
All right. Yeah. So first episode here. We got me, the host, alongside with our co-host Eric Bilodeau and Christopher McDonald.
Sure.
So this episode we'll talk about our playoff predictions and all that, and preview each matchup and all that. And we'll talk about the latest news too of the first ever Seattle Kraken player.
Luke Hedman.
Huge.
Yeah, Luke Henman.
Huge kid.
Dude, I'm
so
pumped for
excited
him.
when I seen that.
That's so sick.
All right, so I guess we'll talk about that first, I guess. So we'll give our thoughts on that.
Man, when I first saw it, like, I'll be honest, I don't even want to say that I believed it at first. I thought it was like a meme because Luke's from here, right? Like, he's from Cow Bay.
Dartmouth. Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah, local kid.
Yeah,
Local
I didn't
kid.
even see, like, the first post that I saw wasn't even like TSN or anything like that. It was like it was like a meme account that I saw, and I was like, is this for real? And then sure enough, like, I go on TSN and everyone's posting, like, High Button Sports posting it. And I was like, that's so sick that he's the first guy, like, from Nova Scotia, Cow Bay. Like, that's dope. Good for him. Like, that's awesome.
He puts up points in the queue too. Like he went 2 years after his first year, I think he became captain for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah,
And,
he did.
I remember he went to Carolina Hurricanes, a couple of their training camps, never made the cut. Didn't he? I don't even think he played his first game or anything like that.
No, I don't think he did, because they never signed him.
I thought he signed a no, you're right, he didn't sign a contract.
Because he was a free agent. Yeah, they just never signed him.
And then Seattle came and picked him up. That's huge. That's forever written in history too. He will forever be that first player.
The first guy. You know how many like trivia questions are going to be about him though? Like, who was the first player in Seattle Kraken history? It's going to be Luke. It's always going to be Luke Henman.
Who is 70 years old? Luke Henman. That's who it is.
Yeah.
No.
So he plays for the Blainville Boisbriand Armada.
That's right. They're doing their playoffs right now, aren't they? They're still doing. They got a bubble up in Quebec City, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the MHL is what got canceled. So Junior A just dropped it. Junior B dropped it completely.
Yep.
I didn't even hear anything from Junior C.
Nope.
Yeah, and the Mooseheads, they got the 5th overall and 6th overall pick in the draft.
I've
seen that. That's sweet. That is sweet.
They got the good end of that stick too, because you look at I think it was Baie-Comeau who had the highest odds, and they ended up picking 3rd. So it's like Sherbrooke, I think Cape Breton and Baie-Comeau. And then I forget who's 4th, like Gatineau or something. And then Mooseheads. So I'd rather, if you gave me the option, I'd much rather have pick 5 and 6
than pick 1 or 2 or 3.
One pick. Yeah. You get 5 and 6. It's like, there you go. You can stretch.
Back to back picks.
That's right.
Yeah, no, that's sweet. And plus, we also got to take into consideration that not every first round pick's going to come up and rip it up, but there's plenty. You see stories of people that went top 10, over top 10, top 20, top 25. That become, stars not only in the queue, but also in the NHL too, right?
That's right.
Matt Barzal, what was he, 16th, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, Boston gave him up, and look at him now, right? He's leading for the Islanders. So it just goes to show that it's not always the first round pick that really matters.
No.
Yeah, and we got a ton of players from our local team, the Mooseheads, that are now in the NHL, like Nathan McKinnon.
Yep. Dude. Jonathan Drouin.
Yeah, Nikolai Ehlers.
Yep.
Ehlers, Myers there.
Nikolai Ehlers, Nico Hischier, captain already of the New Jersey Devils.
Who was the defense? Uyghur for Florida.
Yeah, Mackenzie Uyghur.
He's so
no one ever talks about. No one ever talks about him.
He's probably the most underrated defenseman right now for Florida, especially because Ekblad went down, and then Mackenzie Uyghur's just like whoop, shows up. He's like the number 1 D now. It's like Yandel, and it's like, dude, they're all coming from the Mooseheads, and I feel like everyone still talks about the London Knights as like the best product CHL team.
You got Mitch Marner, Patrick Kane.
Yeah,
To
Tavares.
Pretty
They even
good.
had
Tavares.
they even had John Tavares play for the
Yeah.
London Knights.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a
but it's
that's a
like
big
I
one.
feel
That is a
like
big one.
I feel like the Mooseheads aren't talked about as much, and it's like look at all this talent that's coming out. All of the picks, like Ehlers was top 10, he was
Mhm.
10th, Meyer
Yep.
was 9th,
Mhm.
Dwayne was 3rd. The lowest one was what? It might have been Uyghur. He might have been free agent. I don't remember. It was like Fukali, and he was like the
Mhm.
first goalie selected in the second round. So it's like,
And that's
why are they not talking about the Mooseheads more?
let's not forget about free agents too. People that don't get drafted. Huge amount of
exactly.
free agents, right?
Dude.
Yeah.
Right. I can't remember who was the big guy that came out of free agency. I was just talking about him the other day to Dad, and I don't think it was oh man, I can't even remember who it was now.
Wait, was it that just like a guy that just signed like a while ago? Because I heard Kevin Fitzgerald. He used to play for the Mooseheads, and he just signed with
Yeah.
Carolina, I think. And he actually played Junior A too. Was it him?
Did he?
He
Really?
played Junior A for a season with Summerside, and now he's signed to Carolina.
No way.
Yeah.
But
But who was
coming
it?
for you, Summerside.
You don't remember? You don't remember who it was that you're talking about?
No. It's an NHL player I've been playing for years now. I can't remember now.
But yeah, Carolina's been having a great year this year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big team. You know who's been having a good year? Well, surprisingly, that I never and it's my favorite team, right? Pittsburgh Penguins. Everyone was
Yeah.
completely ditching them this year, saying that they're not doing anything last year too because they got beat out by Montreal, which is embarrassing. I understand that, but they came back, right? For first in their division, which is huge.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
that
then they got off to a rough start, and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden they just been playing good hockey.
No, it's been so fun, man. It's been so fun to watch Pittsburgh play. Because I mean, it's like I saw a thing. Because I mean, I'm a Penguins fan too. So me and Chris are both Pens fans. Man,
Yeah.
I saw because remember their 2016, like they won back to back 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
Their 2016 team is so similar to their team now. Well, I guess
Mhm.
their team now is so similar, just like the storylines and everything. Because I
Yeah.
saw a post and it was like doing all the comparisons and how everything was so similar, and I was like, whoa, like,
Yeah.
and they've been crazy. So I'm just like, I think that like, I don't know. I mean, like the Islanders are a stingy defensive team, and obviously Pittsburgh had their trouble against them 2 years ago. But like, I think Pittsburgh are the favorites coming out of that division. So I'm banking on them making the conference finals. Now listen, you got Capitals and Bruins too. That's going 7 games in my opinion. That's an easy 7 game.
I give it 7. I give it
I'll
7.
give it 7.
And
then
an easy
it's a
7.
toss-up. Yeah, that's a toss-up.
Here's a big one: Montreal in the Maple Leafs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That is a big one.
Their first time playing in the playoffs since like what was it,
1979 or something like that, 78.
Yeah.
That is huge.
And the only player alive back then was the Dano Chara, and then Jumbo Joe was born
a couple months later. Yeah, that's sweet. That is big.
How
can you imagine playing? That'd be sweet,
dude. Because that's a historic thing. I mean, that's not just like this little itty bitty series. Even without fans there, it's still gonna be huge.
Oh, and it's gonna keep going that rivalry. So that if whoever comes out big on that will receive hell from the other team, and it's just gonna make it worse, right?
Yeah.
No, I think it's gonna be a great series. I can't wait to hear Thomas and who's a Toronto fan that you guys know?
Dude, I know so many Toronto fans, but like not personally, but I just like I know them like, oh, I know this person is a Toronto fan, and I know they're crazy. Yeah. But
there's a lot of Toronto and Montreal fans around here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see Steve Dangle's videos.
You know what? I never watched Steve Dangle.
Bro, on, man.
Never in my life.
Comical.
Never in my life.
He's such a funny guy.
See it all the time on Instagram right now.
Bro, he's gotten so popular over the years, and especially now that it's like his most recent or his most like popular videos. Like his most popular one is when Toronto lost to David Ayres, like Zamboni driver against.
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
So funny. It's so funny to me.
Yeah. So I got the playoff matchups pulled up here. I got the schedule. Yeah. We'll start with the first one here. That's listed on the list here. It's the Penguins and Islanders.
We'll let Billy go first. Jesse, you can go, and then I'll go last. We'll just give our opinion.
Just have to state is that the West, like the I don't know what brand or whatever is like the East Division is like the Mass Mutual East. The West Division with like Vegas, Colorado, Minnesota, St. Louis. We still don't know who's playing who. That'll be decided
so
tonight.
we can't.
Can't do that one.
Yeah.
But that'll be decided tonight, so that's in a few hours. But anyway,
Yeah.
Penguins,
At the
Islanders.
time that we're recording this.
That's right. Yeah. So that'll be decided tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow would be what? Thursday? Friday?
Friday.
Gotcha.
Wow.
So
Friday, yeah.
Penguins, Islanders. Obviously, listen. Like I said, me and Chris are Penguins fans, so
Yeah.
there could be some bias there. But it's like
A little bit.
The big thing though is that like these teams are so familiar with each other because I mean obviously you only play within the division for the first 2 rounds at least. So okay, so you take in consideration one, Penguins dominated the Islanders in 8 games. They're 6-2-0 I think it was, and Pittsburgh never lost on home ice. So and one of the losses that they had was it in overtime or it might have been in a shootout. I don't remember, but I don't think they lost. Or I could be wrong on that, whatever. But anyway, I know that Pittsburgh didn't lose at home.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh do have home ice, which is a big thing. But also, Penguins were one of the hottest teams in the league over the last month and a half-ish. The Islanders, over the last maybe half month, they sucked. They lost 8 of their last 12, 3 or 4 of which against New Jersey and Buffalo, against Michael
teams.
Hauser, ECHL goalie.
Yeah.
So going into the playoffs, and they just lost their last one against Boston in overtime, and they got dangled by Taylor Hall.
Yeah.
To end their season. I do not think that the Islanders stand much of a chance. Going in, they're broken right now. They do not have the confidence. I'm taking Pittsburgh. I'll still say 6, which sounds like I just bashed the Islanders, but I'm still giving them 2 games because of their goaltending. They were 3 or 4 goals away from giving up the least amount of goals.
It's immaculate,
yeah. So I think that Islanders goaltending can definitely steal a series, but I don't think that this is going to be a repeat of 2019. I think that Pittsburgh are going to take it in 6, and it's going to be fun to watch for sure. Who knows? The Islanders could upset Pittsburgh again, but I'm taking Penguins in 6. I'm taking Penguins in 6.
Understand.
And that's the thing about the playoffs too, is you just never know who's gonna come out on top, you know. Playoff hockey is just so competitive, you just don't really know.
That's right. What do you think, Jess? What do you think about that series?
I'd have to go with the Penguins in 6 too. I just think they're a much better team than the Islanders, although like you said, the Islanders goaltending's been great too. And Matt Barzal's been having a great year.
He has, yeah.
And but yeah, you look at guys on Pittsburgh that have been doing good too, like the addition of Jeff Carter. He's been pretty solid for them.
Big.
Very,
yeah,
very big.
And Tristan Jarry's been playing pretty good in that.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you got their stars that are putting up points, obviously, like Crosby, Gensel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd still give the Islanders 2 games too, though. But yeah, I don't see how they could win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go Pens in 5.
Ooh.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna go Pens. I'm gonna be a little cocky here. I'm gonna go Pens in 5. The reason because of that is because I'm looking here. I pulled up Pittsburgh statistics and everything, and I'm just gonna go up based offensively, just on offensive performance. We know that the Islanders, they don't give up much because they were almost right, like you said, 4 goals away from giving up the least. But when you look at the Penguins offense, so we have Crosby with 24 goals, Gensel 23 goals, Brian Rust 22 goals. Those are the top 3. For assists, we got Crosby 38, Chris Letang 38, Gensel 34. Now look at the top points. Crosby has 62, Gensel 57, and Chris Letang 45.
That's high
for what is it? Yeah, exactly, right. How many games we played this season? What was it? 56?
56.
Yeah, 56.
Those aren't bad numbers. they could be a little bit more. Like Jesse said, we got off to a really bad start, right? Not the
Yeah.
hottest that's the Penguins ever had in history. But like if you look at the goals against average for DeSmith and Jerry, it's 2.775 for Jerry and 2.54 for DeSmith.
Yeah.
Those aren't terrible goals against averages,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's not terrible, right? I've seen worse. I don't know what the Islanders is, but the only reason that I give Penguins 5, or another reason why I give Penguins 5, is because I have not seen the Islanders show up like I would like them to. Like last year, how far they went to not semifinals.
Conference
Was it semifinal?
It was
Conference finals. Sorry,
Yeah.
conference finals. Right. So, and who was it? Matt Barzal. He performed pretty good.
Yeah.
This year, I'm just not seeing that same Matt Barzal. I understand it's condensed season. Maybe it's because we're looking at players like Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews, 41 goals, 100 points right in 56 game seasons. Maybe that's just it. And it's not. I think Barzal has like 63 points, which is the same as Crosby. But look at the difference between Sidney Crosby and Barzal. Yeah. Who's been in the league longer? Who knows what they're doing? That's why I'm just giving it to the Penguins.
Yeah.
And obviously because I'm a fan of the Penguins. I'm not going to throw my own team under the bus.
But Crosby's a beast in the playoffs. You got he flips the switch. Like he's great in the regular seasen, and then playoffs he just goes whoop. Like he Crosby's ridiculous in playoffs. He really is. So yeah, I agree with you there.
I'm gonna go
take 6, but
gonna go Pens and 5 for me, boys.
Pens and 5.
Hey.
All right.
Let me mark that one off.
All right. So the next one here is we were talking about this earlier. Washington and Boston.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch, I think.
And Boston.
So who wants to start first for that one?
I'll take the reins on this one. I'll go first on this one.
We'll just keep doing the circle.
All right.
I'm taking now. Listen, I said before, I'm thinking it's going 7. Dude, I could flip a coin for this. Like I really could. I mean, they're not separated by much. I don't know what Ovechkin's back. Is he?
He
was. Not. He played their. I thought he played their last game. I think he played their last game.
Did he play the last game?
I think he did.
I didn't see.
I didn't
I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong on that, but I'm not sure. But this depends on this is like, of all the series, this is the one that it's like, okay, if you don't have your top guys on this series, whichever team loses their top guy first, I think, that's going to determine this series, which like people could disagree with me because it's like, I mean, both teams are deep, like they're really deep. Like these are 2 really deep teams. But that in each series, someone's going to get injured. And these are 2 like heavyweights going at it. Probably the 2 most heavyweight teams going at it in the first round, I think. So, man, I think it's a toss-up. I'll give it. Who's got home ice? Washington.
Washington first, yeah.
Boston's been good on the road. I'll take Washington. I'm gonna take Washington. Ovechkin, I think he's too dangerous, especially if he comes back. So right now, I'll take the Caps. That could literally change after game 1. See who's injured and be like, oh wow, now I think the Bruins. But for right now, I'll take the Caps simply because when they're all healthy, I think that the Capitals they got more balanced scoring. They got 3 lines that can produce. Boston 2, like Hall helps.
Yeah,
but 2.
But you got that main line: Marchand, Pastrnak, Bergeron.
Yeah,
I mean that's one of the best lines in hockey, if not the best line in hockey. Yeah. But depth scoring is going to play a part. Now, obviously, like again, I don't know all the injuries. I just knew that the Capitals had a lot. Bruins, they were resting a bunch of guys last game, whatever. But I think that'll come down to injuries. But ultimately, I think that the Caps take it in 7. That could literally change game 1. But that's what I'll stick with right now.
Oh, I like it. Jesse, what about you, bud?
Yeah, I also got the Caps in 7, although like Eric said, they're 2 fantastic teams. And like Washington, they've been great all year. They like been hot as of late. Guys like Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, Backstrom. I mean, the list just goes on. And especially that game TJ Oshie played with the passing of his father. And
Yeah,
got
that's
a
huge.
went out, got a hat trick, played his heart out.
Yeah, that builds team moral right there, right?
Yeah.
No, I'd love to see them beat Boston. That would be amazing.
Yeah, and especially if Ovechkin comes back for them, that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I mean, he tears it up in the playoffs.
Absolutely, yeah.
And yeah, like I said, it could go either way, but yeah, I'm taking the Caps.
You're gonna take the Caps in 7.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion here, according to
Don't
to
tell
the
me it's
answers
gonna
you
be a
guys.
sweep. Don't tell
No,
me.
no,
if
no,
you
no, no,
said
no,
it
no,
was gonna
no.
sweep.
I'm gonna go Boston in 6. I'm gonna go
In
Boston.
6.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go Boston
yeah.
in 6. The
All
only
right.
reason is
And they
just
don't even
because I know, and I'm taking a risky one here. I'm taking a risky one. The only reason I say that is just because of Boston's goal scoring ability. Right? They only
I hear you.
there was only a couple times, or a handful of times this season where they weren't scoring any more than 2 goals a game. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Brad Marchand, 29 goals on the season, Bergeron 23, and Pastrnak 20, right on the dot. Right.
Mm.
That's their whole first line right there. So that first line is going to be
Yeah.
dangerous. But like you said, there's no depth. That's why I'm taking a chance here. They have Taylor Hall. What was it? 4 goals in his last 6, something like that. 7.
Mm.
Big overtime one against Islanders.
That was dirty.
They don't. It was a dirty goal. I put that on replay.
Yeah, it was.
They don't have the same depth as Washington, because like Jesse said, you got Backstrom, Hagelin. I find he's a very unpopular player, but very good. Oddly, Kuznetsov, obviously, Ovi, Tom Wilson can even pot a couple
Yeah.
when he's
Tom
not
Wilson.
getting suspended. When he's not getting suspended.
When he's not
Yeah.
ragdolling players,
Yeah.
helmetless players. Fuck Tom Wilson.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, I feel like he should have got suspended for that.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
topic for another day. But
that is a
Yeah.
topic for that is a very
Yeah.
good topic, though.
I'll stay on that for years. I can't say that,
Absolutely.
whatever.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. We'll bring that topic up in a different episode.
Yeah.
But it's the top line's ability, and I understand you can't play your top line the whole game. That's impossible. But they don't have bad defense. Who's which one am I thinking of here?
Grizzly?
I'm so bad. Grizzly, he's not bad. I don't mind him. Right?
McAvoy's good.
McAvoy. That's who I was trying to think of. McAvoy. He's becoming one of their best. But with the loss of Chara this season, he was still a good player, but he was obviously decreasing with his age, right? As any good player does. But
that's gonna be a pretty emotional matchup for Chara too, against his former team.
That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt the soul. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go Boston in 6. I'm probably gonna get burned for it.
I don't know, man.
Statistics alone, just it's the in depth that you were talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
They have one line with the inclusion of Taylor Hall.
Yeah.
Right. That we know that can almost show up any game that they want to.
Yeah.
The rest, I don't know, right?
I mean, it could come down to goaltending, bro. With the high-octane offenses on both, it'd come down to Rask versus, I don't even know who Washington's going to put in. Samsonov or Vanacek, whichever one. I mean, Tuukka Rask is better than both of them.
Yeah,
So,
Tuukka Rask is.
I can see that. I can see it.
2.30 goals against average for him. Not bad. That is really good.
Not bad at all. Yeah.
He's getting up there in age, though. I forget how old Tuukka Rask is.
I don't even know if I can bring up here.
I think no. He's 34.
He is 34. Yep, right on the dot. Right on the dot. That is sweet.
Right on the dot on that one.
Let's go.
No, but we're gonna go.
But yeah, like I was saying, it could go either way because Boston, they kind of been struggling this season, but there's just a thing with that once they get to the playoffs, they can just be so dangerous.
Yeah. They can turn it on in an instant. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Day of the week.
And then, all right, the next one is in the Discover Central Division, Carolina and Nashville.
Ooh.
Okay, this one I have I got some things to say, but I'll keep it short and sweet.
No,
Just
take
'cause,
your
I mean,
time, man. Take your time.
Well, I mean, Chris, obviously, we don't have 25 minutes till Chris leaves. I want to
It's okay. It's
get
all right.
all of Chris's picks for every series. I got to make sure of that. Anyway, Canes versus Preds, right? So, literally 2 weeks ago, I would have had Canes in 4. Literally, I would have had Canes in 4.
Sweet.
Now, I'm going to say, I'm still saying Canes. It's not going to be 4, though. It's going to be 6, maybe even 7.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 6.
Okay.
Because listen, okay, Carolina's been good all year. They were consistent. Yep. They were probably the most consistent team of everyone. And we'll get to Florida Tampa later. But Florida Tampa, it was Florida Tampa and Carolina were 3 of the best teams in the league. Over 75 points each. They're ridiculous, every single team. And they had to play each other each a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
Carolina, Nashville. The only reason why I give Nashville, I got 2 reasons. Nashville, UC Soros, probably the most underrated player in the league. One of.
Absolutely.
Definitely the most underrated goalie, I think. And he gets hurt, okay, or he doesn't play that good. Okay, good. You got Pekka Rinne now.
Not a bad goaltender, not a bad one, right?
They're set. They're fine.
Yeah.
But Soros can steal games. And Nashville's been, like I said, with Pittsburgh, they've been one of the hottest teams in the league since the second half of the season, or the last month of the season. Dude, they were so far out of the race. Everyone thought it was going to be Chicago. Nashville was literally near the bottom of their division. I think they were last at one point, or flirting with it. And then they just skyrocketed. And then they're all doing this with their sticks when they celebrate. They go like the old NHL 94 celebration.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that Nashville could pull off an upset, but I got to stick with my gut and say the Canes, just because they've been more consistent than Nashville, and I think that they're going to break through Soros eventually. So he might steal a couple games, but I'll say Canes in 6.
I like it.
Yeah. I also would take the Canes. I got the Canes in 6 too. Because you look at Nashville's recent games, they played against Carolina and they beaten them. So. And Carolina's been great all year too. They obviously won their division, and they were up there for top of the league for quite a bit. And their goaltending, who is it? James Reimer and Peter Mrazek.
Yeah, they got Nedeljkovic. They got rookie Nedeljkovic in there. He's been playing.
Yeah,
he has
he's
1.90 goals against average.
Yeah, he's been crazy.
That's impressive.
Yeah, but I probably back then, like you said, Eric, I probably would have taken the Canes in 4, but based on Nashville's recent games, I take them in 6.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'll be a good series, I think.
So I'm gonna do Hurricanes in probably 6-2. I might have to agree with you guys. And the reason behind it is because I'm looking at the season series between them. Hurricanes is leading that series 6-2.
Yeah.
6-2, right? And the scoring it's pretty separate. When the Predators do win, they get a couple goals against. The 5-0 win against them in the 3-1, both in May. Both these last games that just came up, actually.
Yeah.
So, and I'm doing this just off statistics. No goals, no points for both team, just based off the season series.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have the Hurricanes winning that 6.
Big analytics guy, Chris is.
Big
analytics guy.
It's like an essay. You got to give you need your supporting paragraph.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah.
I hear you. That's a good take, I think.
Yeah.
That's a popular opinion.
What is this? Hold on. Something just from Zoom popped up.
And now include
big.
It went away. That's all that matters.
We've removed the 40-minute time on your group. Oh my gosh, love it. Yes, I love it.
There was a 40-minute.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. That's sick. I hope it doesn't just randomly shut off. If this randomly shuts off, that sucks. But this is recording anyway.
We'll have to collab both the videos.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
No, this is good.
All right, Jesse, give us that next series.
Next one's big one here, Florida and Tampa.
Woo!
Battle of Florida.
Can't wait. That'll be so fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Panthers. I'm writing this down. I feel like a real journalist right now.
Yeah.
Panthers,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing too, man.
Bolts.
Yeah.
Just so we can refer to them once it gets deep in the playoffs, just so we can refer what we said.
Oh yeah.
No
I
going
got, by
back.
the way, so many brackets, dude. The NHL, you know when you can sign up online at NHL.com and like join
Yeah.
different leagues for
Yeah.
dude, I literally make like 40,000 brackets. I make so many to like
Oh,
try to put in
I
my,
do
and it's so
them.
fun. It's great.
Yeah, I do them every
Yeah.
year because and I make a whole bunch of them too because it's a fun thing to do. And I know like if you get a perfect bracket you can win money, but I don't
Yeah.
really care. I don't really care about that. I just do it for fun.
No, it's sick. And I mean like the chance of getting a perfect
That's
bracket are so slim because like
Yeah.
there's always an upset.
Oh, yeah.
There's always an upset. But I'm taking this is the one, oh man, this is another like thing because listen, it's hard to bet against the Lightning every time. Like 2 years
Yeah.
ago when they got swept,
It is.
the only people who picked Columbus to win that series were Columbus fans or people who were just making a joke bracket because that's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Panthers have home ice, which I don't know, like
It can be
it can
influential.
help. I can help, but I would still say
Mhm.
I think I speak for the whole hockey world and say that the Panthers are still the underdog, even though they have home ice. They're the higher seed, yes.
Absolutely.
The Panthers are still the underdog. You take the reigning Cup champs, and they're getting probably Kucherov back and Stamkos back, and whoever else they were injured. That's a really good team. That's one of the best teams on paper in the league. I'm still saying Florida,
Absolutely.
purely because one home ice. I think that could help, even if it doesn't. Whatever, wipe that away. The last 2 games that they played against each other, they played 2 games just now. Florida looked good, man. I watched both those games.
I got them right here. They won 5-1 and then 4-0 against the Lightning.
They looked, and
games.
it's not. They could have won those games 1-0. They could have even lost those games. But the way that Florida played was some of the best hockey I've seen, and it's like
Absolutely.
this is the best Panthers team I've seen probably since the '96. I mean, I wasn't born in '96, but like since that's probably the best team they've had since their Cup run. And that's also the last time they won a playoff series, I think, was that Cup run.
Last
I'm
time
taking the
they were in the playoffs
Panthers.
almost.
Yeah, I'm taking the Panthers. I'm taking the Panthers in 6. The Bolts can turn it on like any team that we talk about. They can turn it whenever they want, I'm sure. They have the ability. But I think Florida, just with like almost like a Cinderella type story they got going on, giving it to the Panthers, I think that they'll just buckle down. And man, those last 2 games were nasty. It got nasty. Pat Maroon, I think it was funny. He called him Fat Pat. I don't know who it was. It was Mason Marchman or something. Called him Fat Pat, and Pat Maroon just came up like sucker punched him. It was so funny. Oh, dude, so funny.
Bet he didn't get suspended.
No, did he? I don't know.
I didn't even see it. I haven't seen it.
I literally don't even know. I know there was something. But anyway, I digress.
Fine.
Panthers in 6. I'm taking them.
Panthers in 6. I like it.
Right.
Jesse, what do you got, bud?
I'm gonna go with a little hot take here. I'm gonna take the defending Cup champs, Tampa.
All right.
And just because they've been great all year too, obviously they're the defending Cup champs, so they're
how many
gonna
games
wanna. Oh, I got them in 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah. Just
tough.
they've been the defending Cup champs, so obviously they're a great team with players they got.
Yeah.
And their goaltending, Andre Vasilevsky, he's been phenomenal this year.
It's hot.
He's good.
He's probably gonna be one of the picks for the Vezina.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be in there.
Yeah. And but Florida also, like, man, they've been great too. And that's the thing about them too. Like, years ago, they weren't really that good of a team that they are now. And they don't really get much fans at their games either. So
no.
And
that's been a running joke for history.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they have players that have been good this year too, like Barkov, Huberto.
Yep. Good player.
Their goalie Bobrovsky, I think he's doing pretty good.
Because they got because they got. I mean, Bobrovsky gets hurt. I mean, I'm a goalie. I talk about goals all the time. Bobrovsky gets hurt. You get Chris Drieger, who's been arguably the best backup in the league. He gets hurt. You got Spencer Knight. You got World Junior Championship
winner, champion. Yeah,
yeah.
That's not a bad goalie lineup.
That's not a bad goalie lineup at all. So
if only Vegas had something like that when they first went in the league, where they go through 6 goaltenders.
Yeah, really.
5, I think it was. Yeah, that's sweet.
Anyway.
Yeah, and they got a pretty good defensive core too, like Mackenzie Weegar, like we were talking about.
Yep.
Underrated. You don't hear a lot of people talk about him, and he probably should get more talk because absolutely he's up there for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think this series could go either way too. But just with Tampa, they won the cup before, so they've been there. They know what it takes.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Tampa in 7.
Yeah. I like that. I do like that. So I'm going to go almost the same with Jesse. I'm going to go 2 Game 7. I can't tell you a winner, though.
You're going to be a bitch like that? I can't believe you're not even going to say a winner.
I'm gonna. Who knows? Maybe when I start talking about it, I'll come up with something.
The analytics.
But I'm going to take both of what you guys said. So Billy was talking about how Florida's just been, the last 2 games, they were just giving the Lightning, right? Right. They were just giving it the beans. So I think that's really important. But what I think that could repel that is what Jesse talked about, experience. They've been there, they've done that.
Yeah.
They get the gist of what it takes.
They got the same core.
Yeah. They didn't change a whole lot. And another that might slightly change the odds in a Tampa's favor is when they get Kucherov and Stamkos back.
Yeah.
Braden Point can run the team almost as well as McDavid can. He can set people up. He's maybe not as good as McDavid, but we'll leave that to a different time. But I think that he can certainly run a team. It could be a top forward. He is a top forward in this league to me. Top 10 easily.
He did phenomenal in their playoff run last year. Too.
Got fleeced of the
Conn Smythe.
Conn Smythe. I do think he deserved that. I do think he deserved that. But
I think he did.
History was written. We can't change that. But I think if they get those 2 key players back, along with having Point, who can set up anywhere from anyone or anyone from anywhere, right? I think that might just push them past the Florida Panthers. But given that they don't get Kucherov or Stamkos back, and who knows, we've seen people shit the bed. Penguins, they went back to back 2018. They got swept by the Islanders, right?
Yeah, that was 2019, Biden.
Oh, was it 2019?
2019, yeah. They lost in round 2 to Caps in 2018.
Round 2, yeah. But and they beasted the Caps twice those 2 previous years, right? So never mind. Yeah, another example, right? But I do think I'm going to give it to Tampa. I'm going to give it to Tampa. If it happens, I'm going to give it to Tampa.
I'm proving you guys wrong. I feel Florida, man. I feel it in my heart.
I hope you do. I do hope you do.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I'm a big Panther guy now.
Big Panther guy.
They're a wagon. They're a wagon of a team. I'm jumping on the Panthers bandwagon. Let's go. All right. Next one, Jess. What we got?
All right. Next one is Colorado and St.
No, those aren't decided yet.
Those aren't.
Those would be asterisk series, yeah.
So okay, then Toronto and Montreal.
Woo! All right.
That is
Leafs Habs. The story is there, boys.
The story is there. It's waiting to be written.
It's waiting to be written. And let me tell you something. Probably the most unpopular opinion of all time right now. I'm taking Montreal.
You gonna take Montreal?
I'm taking Montreal, and that could the Leafs could turn. I could say this, and the Leafs could turn around, sweep Montreal, and win each game 5-0.
Absolutely.
But there's always an upset of some sort. I can't see an upset happening. Well, I can, but it's like there's always an upset that's way beyond the others.
Yeah.
There's always a crazy one. I don't even feel that confident. Yeah.
It's like Columbus sweeping Tampa.
Well,
right?
Exactly. There's always one. There's not been a playoff series or a playoff year that you haven't been like, wow, this team got whatever. The reason why I pick I'm not even that confident in it. Like, I'm not even like for sure. Like, I wouldn't bet my mortgage on it.
No,
Not that I have
absolutely
one,
not.
but I would not bet my mortgage on it.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, okay, you can't feed off the fans for one. This
Yeah.
is the first series that we're talking about. There's literally not. So
No
it's the
fans allowed,
regular
yep.
season. It's just like the regular season.
Mhm.
Obviously, the intensity is going to be different because when you're playing for
Mhm.
the Cup. I take Montreal because it's like, man, dude, I have this feeling for some reason that the TSN's golden child, even though he's American, Cole Caulfield, if you
Cole
Yeah.
will,
Caulfield.
he, I think, is going to have one of those runs like Jake Gensel did in 2017 with Pittsburgh. I have a
Huge.
feeling. I have a
Yeah.
feeling. And Frederick Anderson, Jess, we were talking about this last night. If Frederick Anderson starts, I don't think that the Leafs are going to
Yeah.
win. If
No.
Jack
Yeah,
Campbell
me
goes
and
in, maybe.
me and Eric were talking about Frederick Anderson last night. You know,
Yeah.
me and Eric, we were both watching the Toronto game.
In
Yeah.
Montreal game, yeah.
I just, I don't.
Did they play Montreal?
No, they played
No, they
Ottawa.
played Ottawa.
Played Ottawa, lost in overtime.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. That's right.
But
No, I
listen.
think didn't Ottawa win in overtime?
Yeah.
Someone won in
Ottawa
overtime.
Yeah, Ottawa won. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's what I mean. Like, and listen again, going back to Steve Dangle, I remember him talking about. He said like, he was talking with, I forget who, Faisal Kamisa, I think, of Sportsnet. They were having a chat, and he said like, he can't even. It's like the unknown of this team that bothers him.
Yeah.
He referred to like he was like, you don't know what's at the bottom of this lake. You
Mhm.
can't see anything, but it's like the mystery that bothers you. He said that's
Yeah.
what it is with this team. He's like, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something off, and he doesn't have that much confidence in them going
Mhm.
into it. Bro, not only do I feel that with the Leafs, but I feel confident in the Canadians because I feel like they just have this swagger, I think, with Cole Caulfield. Now, again, like I said, the Leafs could turn around and absolutely mop the floor with them.
Demolish them, yeah.
I'm gonna say I think that there's always one big upset. I'm taking the Habs. Watch me be totally wrong, but I'm taking the Habs anyway because I'm taking them in.
Maybe 6.
Dude, I don't know. That could be a toss up too. I'm taking Habs in 7. I'll go
Habs in 7,
7.
game 7.
That'll be good.
I like it.
That'll be good. Yeah, Habs in 7.
Alright.
Why not? Prove me wrong, Toronto, but no, Habs in 7.
All right, Jesse, what you got?
So I'm gonna have to take the Leafs in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got them in 6.
Yep.
Just because like they've been top of the North Division all year and they've been playing great hockey. And you know, Matthews tearing it up this year, Marner, Nylander.
Yep, big players.
And Jack Campbell too. He's been phenomenal since he's been there. And I know all the guys that in Toronto there, they always talk about how they love having them up there on the team. And for Montreal, like they've been struggling a lot in their season too. And so I'm not really sure, but it could change too because Cole Caulfield, he's been having a great run since he got called up too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But and if Carey Price comes back too, like you know how he performs in the playoffs.
Is he like he was on the ice like skating?
He was practicing,
Yeah, practicing.
I haven't heard anything
I
yet.
totally forgot about. I totally forgot he wasn't there. Wow. Watch me be Toronto in 4.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like right now, like with Jake Allen and Caden Primo, they're not obviously the best. I mean, Jake Allen's good, but not really the best. So, and with Toronto, I think if they start Campbell, which I think they should, then the edge is definitely in Toronto's favor. But like I said, if Price comes back, that could change the whole series.
Yeah, I just pulled
I'm still taking the Leafs in 6 though.
Yeah, I just pulled that up right now. It says Price. This was from May 11th. Price Gallagher expected to be. I forgot Gallagher was out. Price.
Gallagher
Yeah.
too.
He's both of them expected to start or be healthy for Canadians to start the playoffs. So according to that, from May 11th, which was what, 2-3 days ago, both Gallagher and Price, they're like two core guys, are going to be back for playoffs. That makes me happier. That could change.
That makes you more confident. Sorry, that makes you more confident. Yeah,
that goes from like here to like here, but I don't know. But anyway, they're coming back, so we'll see.
Yeah, like I said, that can change the whole series too, because like you said, Chris, when the teams hear that they're getting their key guys back, that motivates them and gives them more confidence. So.
No, hands down.
But I still got the Leafs in 6 either way.
Leafs in 6. So I'm gonna go with the none other than Montreal in 7. Yeah.
Good pick.
The only reason I'm doing this, a couple of reasons actually, is last year. Sorry, they beat the Pens out.
Yeah.
A multi Stanley Cup championship team within the past 5 years, they beat out. So almost swept the floor with them, I might say, with the 2 skill levels. I think that gave them a little bit of swagger this year, although they didn't play hot and dandy. I just feel it when I watch them play, it's a different team than what I watched before last year, before last year's bubble and everything like that. I'm seeing Gallagher scoring a more. The only one that I'm very, very disappointed in is Byron. I'm very disappointed in Byron because he was gonna be traded or something. They put him on the taxi squad,
waivers, didn't
they? Yeah, they did. But then they kept him. They took him off.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's my mom calling. I'll give her a call in a minute. Then they had Joel Armia out. What's his face? Gallagher, Price, couple key players that you don't really want to miss on your lineup. That kind of make that first lineup with Byron. But I'm seeing Nick Suzuki start showing up. I'm seeing Cole Caulfield showing up. People saying he doesn't belong in the league. He's too small. Well, he just scored 4 goals in like 7 games he's been up here. What's your excuse, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and I gotta add, Nick Suzuki's been great for them
He's
too.
been so hot.
He's been really
2
good.
goals last night. 2 goals last night.
Yeah.
He scored. But I'm gonna have to say Montreal just because I understand Toronto could completely sweep them. Right? Bilodeau said it. You got Matthews, Marner, and Nylander, Tavares, Hyman still plays for them, doesn't he? I believe. Right, those are some good players right there. But I just feel that Montreal has what it takes for some reason, and they could get beat out. But I know that Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, Gallagher when they get him back, when he comes back, Price when he comes back. Their captain, Shea Weber, I have a feeling they will put up a fight. If they don't win, I feel they will put up a fight. I will say that.
Yeah.
They might not win.
I gotta say too, about Nick Suzuki, when the Memorial Cup was here back in 2019, I got to watch him play with the Guelph Storm, and he's just a great player. I got to meet him there too.
Oh, really?
I got a picture with him and talked to him. Great guy to talk to. Really nice guy. So.
Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet.
Here,
all right, we'll get into the next matchup here.
Did someone say my name?
Yeah. Just you can give your prediction because I know you got to go, right? So you can give your prediction first for this series. Oilers, Jets, I think.
Yeah, Oilers and Jets.
I think I'll stay for one more. I'll go first, though. I'll go first.
That's actually the last series they have here.
That is perfect. So I'll give this one right quick. What was it? The Oilers and the Jets?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is what everyone perhaps will be saying. I'm going to give it to the Oilers. Connor McDavid, he's been hot. There's no denying he's been one of the best, if not the best. No, the best offensive player this year. Him, Draisaitl reaching 500 the other night. I can't see the Jets putting up anything against these guys. I'm gonna have to say Oilers in 5. I'm gonna have to say 5.
No.
It might be unpopular. It might be too confident in them. But if they're gonna play like they've been playing, like Connor McDavid been, scoring on power plays, shorthanded, pass and cross ice, he can do anything there is. I have a feeling they'll do some damage to the Jets. But like upsets happen. This might be the upset of the year. We don't know. But I'm gonna have to put Oilers in 5. And because I haven't seen. When have you seen a Jets highlight? When have you seen something about the Jets doing so? Well, no, tell me. When have you guys? I honestly haven't. Like, you don't see like the Jets, winning games or anything like that. I didn't think they were in there until just this morning when I checked.
Yeah, and they were only like 2 points ahead of Montreal. Yeah, they only finished the season with like 61 points.
But and that's the thing, they were like the Vegas Golden Knights in 2018. You don't really have. You got Blake Wheeler, Kyle Connor, and Nikolai Ehlers.
Yeah,
and they have one more, I think. Dubois,
Scheifele.
whatever. Scheifele, another one.
Yeah,
good players, but you don't see a whole lot of highlights on them, right?
No.
You don't see highlight reel goals, passes. But they can.
The only thing I really hear about Winnipeg is their goaltender Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, Hellebuck. That will be their biggest advantage, I think.
That's their best chance to win.
Yeah, I think so.
Hellebuck has to play godlike for them to win, I think.
So I'm gonna have to put them in 5, boys. I'll stay to listen to your opinion. I just want to get it out so I don't get cut short.
Listen, I mean, I got the same thing. Like, I was struggling. I was picking between 4 and 5, and the only reason why I picked Oilers in 5 is Connor Hellebuck. Connor Hellebuck, former or reigning Vezina winner. He can turn it on whenever. He can be a problem for the Oilers. I mean, who knows? Like, I remember a couple days ago, actually, before McDavid got his 100th point and all that, and he literally picked up 14 points in 4 games, just whatever crazy stat like that, to add on to his ridiculous season. Oh my gosh, literally playing on rookie mode. But honestly, I had the Jets. Someone asked who's your dark horse in the playoffs to win? And I was like, maybe the Jets. I was like, yeah, I think Connor Hellebuck could. And then the Jets proceeded to lose 4 straight or something like that, or 7 out of their last 9 or something ridiculous. So I'll still give them 1 game. Is that going to be a high-scoring game? No, but it's or maybe not. But they would Mike Smith for the Oilers quietly having one of his best seasons ever.
Quietly. So stress the quietly.
Yeah, no one's been talking about Mike Smith because everyone's talking about McDavid and Draisaitl, whatever. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
No one's talking about Mike Smith though. He's having a ridiculous year at 39 or 38 years old, whatever he's at.
Yeah.
It's the Jets are already going in 1 without home ice, 2. Everyone's talking about McDavid, and McDavid could single-handedly win the series for Edmonton.
The hype is behind them,
The hype is behind him. He's cruising into the playoffs right now. The only thing though is, again, Hellebuck. What depth do the Oilers have though? Let's be real.
Yeah.
What depth do they have? They got McDavid, Draisaitl.
And that's basically it. Yeah.
Tyson Barrie, only because of McDavid.
Exactly. Nugent Hopkins, Yamamoto. Yamamoto isn't gonna save your team, buddy.
No.
So
he will help. He will contribute.
He'll contribute.
Guarantee
he'll
how
contribute.
much.
But I don't see the Oilers going past the second round. I see them making the second round. Whoever they play. I mean, listen, I have the Habs beating Montreal. If the Habs play the Oilers.
Can we even talk?
Yeah. If the Habs play the Oilers, then maybe. Yeah. That's what I got picked right now.
But they have to beat Toronto first.
So, listen, I'm kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Oilers in 5, though.
I like it.
I might be wrong. I might be right. Whatever. But I'm taking them in 5.
Sweet. Yeah. I'd have to agree with you guys. I also got the Oilers in 5. Like we all said, simply because McDavid and Draisaitl, they're just one of the best dynamic duos in hockey. And like you guys said too, the only reason for 5 is because Connor Hellebuck. I think he could steal a game for the Jets. But other than that, I mean, you got good players on the Jets too, like we said, Scheifele, Ehlers, Wheeler. But I just don't see how they're gonna get past McDavid and Draisaitl. And with the Oilers too, like we said, they don't have much depth except for McDavid and Draisaitl.
Yeah.
But I still think that the Oilers are going to get by the Jets.
Oh, I agree.
It'll be good. It'll be fun to watch.
It will be fun to watch. I can't wait.
I'll take the Oilers too.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I do believe I need to take off, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I was
All
dreading
right.
it. I stayed 5 minutes past.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Well,
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for our first episode, Chris.
no
Love you,
problem.
Chris.
I hope to be back soon. What was I gonna say? Whenever the next episode comes out,
Yeah.
this I had my heart racing before I come on here. Like
Yeah, literally.
we're not no high button sports or anything, but I think this is pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
We'll
right?
keep it up.
Oh,
We'll keep it up.
we should, because this is fun. This
Yeah.
is
It's
great, right? We're not sucking people in for polls and views or anything. We're just three honest guys speaking their opinions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, gentlemen,
Yeah.
it's been fun.
All right,
Yeah.
Chris. Talk to you later,
See you,
bro.
boys.
Have a good
See ya.
supper. Goodbye.
Yeah. So me and Eric will finish up the episode here.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that's all the playoff matchups for now until we get to everyone's decided by Colorado and all them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Eric, if there's anything else you want to add.
Dude,
talk
for the first episode, I think this went well. I mean, obviously there's endless things that we can talk about. And that, I'm already like thinking of stories and things that we can talk about. I mean, this is the Maritime Hockey League podcast. It's not all going to be about the NHL playoffs. It's literally everything hockey related.
Yeah.
In Maritimes, outside of that, anything that we enjoy talking about, we'll talk about. Stories, goofy stuff, funny stuff, serious stuff. Like, I think this will be fantastic. So I'm excited. I think this is going to be really cool, and I'm very excited to do it in person. Obviously, with the lockdown right now, this is kind of the best that we can do right now, but I still think that this is good. So I think this is going to be fantastic, man. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, for sure. I think I think once the episodes go on too, I think this could be something big that we have here.
Yep.
And yeah, just being on here with the boys talking hockey, the sport we all love. It's just fun stuff.
Nothing bad.
And that's the thing too, like talk about anything hockey, like talk about every leagues like the Q and maybe the AHL.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's a weird year this year, obviously, but it'll be good.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like this was a great episode, and for our viewers that tune in to watch this, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone. Hopefully, we'll get more people coming in, but this is just first episode, like Jess said here, host Jesse.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know when these are all going to be pumping out, but see how this one goes. And at the end of the day, I'm just having fun talking with you boys, right? So
Yeah.
it'll be good. I'm excited for this.
Yeah. All right, boys.
All right, Jess. Well, where could they find you? What's your social media, Jess? Where could our people find you right here?
Yeah, you can follow my Instagram. It's JesseHockey88. And yeah.
All right, boys, you can find me most active on Instagram, Eric Bilodeau _ all lowercase. This will probably be up on YouTube, I think. I don't know when it's going to be up. As soon as we can. Gonna make a YouTube channel, and then just however many we make, chuck them all up on there. And
yeah,
we'll just see how this goes.
I'll make the YouTube channel and we'll have this up there.
All right, man. All right, Jess. Well, time to have some supper.
Yeah,
and,
me too.
Watch some hockey tonight. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll watch some hockey tonight so that for future episodes we'll have more stories.
Yes, sir. All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
See you guys.